What is gwan, peeps? What is gwan? It's Valerie's Natural Oracles. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are. I've got a bit of a croak on. It's really early in the morning, although the sun is out, which I'm glad about, but I'm in a croak today. So I thought I'd take it easy on myself and get out. Well, I'm not really taking it easy on myself because this is all about the archetypes today. I've got the archetype cards. I've had them for a while. Don't use them very often, but sometimes they develop doozies. And I'll tell you what it's all about. It's all about characters and what characters are surrounding you. So we're going to figure it out. Anyway, let's get busy. I am just knackered. I don't know why I feel so tired today, but let's figure out what the hell is going on. I had a really good sleep as well. I don't understand it. So, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, thank you for your guidance, protection, assistance. Please give us a message for the collective. What messages do we need to hear for the collective today? What do we need to hear for the collective, beloveds, ancestors, guides, angels? Please give us a message. I'm going to take out 3 cards, okay? And we'll look at the archetypes and see if they make any sense to us. I'm just playing devil's advocate today. That's what I'm doing. So, let's figure it out. So, let's get some cards out. So, what is the first one? Child Eternal. So if you look at this card here, a Child Eternal, it says here, determination to remain young in body, mind and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes, but the shadow attribute is inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. Oh, what does that sound like to you? So let's get another card out. We'll figure it out why this is here, but let's get another card out. Alchemist. Light attribute, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. So the shadow attribute is misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. You know what this means? Like, oh my goodness, we've got a selfish one. We've got one on the dark side. Why am I going for the dark attributes? And one more. Visionary. Light attributes, capacity to empower what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So the shadow attributes is selling insight to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Oh, so we've got 3 different. Are you one of these characters? And I don't know why, but I'm drawn to the shadow attributes of these because the shadow attribute is this is somebody who's just childish. Have you got somebody around you that's childish, or if your other half childish, or somebody you'll think of childish? Then we've got this one, the misuse of power. Is this a spiritualist on the evil side, or a dark witch, or a dark warlock, or something like that? A spiritualist that does it for gain, or does it for evil. Wow. Do you know the story I'm getting here immediately? And this is the shadow attribute. This is like a fortune teller. Or is it a tarot reader that just does it to the highest bidder? Wow. I personally think it's a gift. To be a tarot reader, in particular, if you're a true tarot reader, it's a gift that's been given to you. And to use it for wrong is terrible. I mean, I know of tarot readers that are actually selling per half an hour £200, £150. And I just think, if this is a gift, why are you selling it to the highest bidder for real, for real? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I find it very distasteful, to say the least. I believe in balance, yes. I believe in balance. So if you're going to go out there and spend your time doing something and it takes energy, I believe in reciprocity. I believe that there should be an exchange. But when it's an unfair exchange, it's wrong. When it's an unfair exchange. And we've got some very strange characters here. And I want to know why they're here, because this could, how dare I say it? And I mean, these are meant to be daily spiritual teas, but this is a spiritualist on the wrong side, okay? And this is a fortune teller on the wrong side. Now, could that be one in, and this is a childish person on the wrong side. Is it possible that this is all the one in the same person? It almost feels like it's a karmic to me, or somebody who just doesn't want to see you shine. The story I'm getting here is somebody is actually seeing you as competition, or you might have a group of people that might be seeing you as competition. They're doing everything and anything to stop you. Do you know what I mean? I mean, like this morning, I'm usually full of bounce and I'm tired as AF, even though it's like I've slept all night. And a part of that is spiritual. And I don't like to say these things because I've seen better. It's like almost like spiritual warfare. It's like people could even be attacking you in your sleep energetically. And I say all these things and it sounds strange to some people, but when you've been where I've been and you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand. Okay? You'd understand. Because this is, to me, this is one and the same person. Who is this childish spiritualist that wants to just gain and is seeing you as competition? I'm going to get some cards out and figure out why these cards are here. But I might read one of them because they do come with little passages. The one I'm interested in is the alchemist and the visionary. But let's have a look at the alchemist first of all, because that is something else. Alchemist. Are they in alphabetical order? They better be. See, look, they're not in alphabetical order. Does it give me? It doesn't even give me the four archetypes of survival. The child, the wounded child, the abandoned magical child, the eternal. One of these is the child eternal. Yeah, there you go, the child eternal, sometimes called the boy or the girl. Guides us to remain forever young in body, mind and spirit and not to let physical age stop us from enjoying life. The shadow eternal child often manifests as an inability to grow up and embrace the responsible life of an adult, like Peter Pan. Resists ending a cycle of life in which he's free to live outside the boundaries of conventional adulthood. The shadow pure Eris can manifest in women as extreme dependence on those who take charge of their physical security. She believes that she can't be relied on, nor can she accept the aging process. Do you see what I mean about that one? The victim, the saboteur. This is not in alphabetical order. No kind of order. This is not making sense. So there's the alchemist. Here you go. The alchemist, wizard or magician, produce results outside the ordinary rule of life, using supernatural powers and entertainment respectively. The shadow alchemist appears in the misuse of power and knowledge through seduction and trickery. This is so like the comic. Shadow wizard manifests either as use of ingenuity or criminal or unethical purposes, or as a feeling of support. Oh my God, superiority. Do you see what I mean, people? Immediately it just hit me with somebody. Is there somebody in your midst that just doesn't want to see you shine and they'll try anything and everything? I don't know why these cards come out, but it's somebody who's childish, somebody who dabbles in the dark arts, and they may even go to tarot readers, but I'm going to read the visionary now because this bit is in alphabetical order. Let's see what the visionary says. I'm not going to read all of it, but it says the shadow visionary manifests as a willingness to sell your prophetic abilities to the highest bidder, or to alter your vision to make it more acceptable. In extreme cases, tainted visions may lead societies into murderous or destructive rampage. Look for a long-term passion to see beyond obvious or monetary actions to perceive a larger pattern. Wow. But do you notice how this person is looking at a ball? Like they can see the future, but they give that information to the highest bidder. It's almost like a ritual for them. Do you know what I mean? It's like they can see people's futures, and so they go for, oh, dare I say it? Because karmics can have gifts too. This is one of the two. And I don't know why this is coming up. This is either this is either your person who is really quite childish, and wants to stay young. I mean, I always say, even though I'm the age I'm at, I'm young at heart. I feel young at heart. I don't feel my age. I keep myself active. I keep my brain going. I do all these things because I love it. And because I love it, it keeps me young, I guess. Okay. But this is completely different. This is like somebody who's just been childish for the sake of being childish, who clings to people, who's dependent on people. Do you know what I mean? And it's almost a little bit narcissistic, really, because a narcissist loves to have the supply, loves to have people, and they will do anything to trap them. And if it's a man, it's like pregnancies or whatever. Or if it's a woman, they will do the same thing. They will get pregnant to hold somebody, to trap somebody to them. So they're never alone, so they can always have people to go to or talk to, regardless of whether those people want them around them or not. They force themselves on people sometimes for no goddamn reason. Get a life. And then this is somebody who dabbles in the dark arts. It's your person, and this is very extreme. This is not for all of you. This is for some of you. Either they have somebody around them who is a spiritualist on the dark side, or pretends to, or dabbles in the dark arts, and or your person themselves knows of the dark arts. Because remember, if you're a light worker and you have gifts, what's to stop your person who really is a divine counterpart having gifts as well? Do you know what I mean? I mean, this is the visionary. This is a visionary, somebody who sees the future, who sees the bigger picture. And it's according to this person uses that information to actually gain profit, I'm not saying that it's not good to gain profit. What I'm saying is that they use it for bad intentions and not good. And this person could, and this is extreme now. This is them, or this is your person or somebody around them that knows them that your person is using, can twist the information. Is it possible that somebody's gone to a tarot reader to read your fortune to see where you're at, and they're trying very hard to attack you spiritually? Because sometimes I get the actual feeling that, am I being attacked? And that's when I immediately start saging and palo santing and, speaking to spirit, speaking to my guides. I do that on a regular, and I feel calm after that. And I don't know if it's an imaginary thing, but no, sometimes people are really attacking you spiritually because they can't get to you physically. Because, if you're anything like me, you've cut out a lot of people, because there is people out there, they're so undercover. The world of tarot, literally the days where people used to go to a fortune teller, those things still exist. There's a place that I went to once in South London. And if you think that men don't go to tarot readers, you're very mistaken. I went to a medium. I didn't realize I was going to a medium, but she sat there and she read me like it was like crazy. Okay. Now, she could have been using it for good, but she read me like crazy. She told me some things that she shouldn't possibly know. Okay. And she was just a medium. She was just telling me just by looking at me. But, these things still exist where you can go to somebody in a shop or in some place and have this conversation. And the gifts are usually stronger in person than it is talking to somebody over the phone. So these people exist. But I want to know why this is here, Spirit. Why is this here? Why is this here? Let's get some cards out. I don't know why this is here. Why are you telling us today, Spirit? Because this is a little bit Debbie Downer, isn't it? This is somebody in your midst who's childish, okay, doesn't want to give up. And it's almost like they don't want to change either. What I'm getting here is this is somebody who doesn't want to give up, who doesn't want to change, okay, who might know of people of the dark arts, or they dabble in the dark arts themselves, okay. I get the impression some of these people into moon magic, into sex magic, the incubuses, the succubuses, I don't know if you know what I mean by that. If you don't, put a note in the comment, I'll explain it. But essentially it's people that actually use energy to come to you in the middle of the night. And if you're having sex dreams, that might be it as well. If you're having sex dreams with particular people over and over again, it's them coming to you in your dreams energetically, because sex is a powerful thing. Sex is a sacred thing, and they use sex as a way to trap you in your mind, so you forever think that way. Yeah. People don't realize these things are happening. When you get repeat dreams, for example, it's people trying to contact you. Do you know, like for example, somebody is passed over. I call passed over people beloveds, okay? And they're trying to contact you to warn you or to tell you something. If you keep getting repeating dreams, that's them warning you or telling you something. If you get sex dreams and they're especially weird sex dreams, and it's repeating over and over again, it's the person you're having sex with who you're dreaming of is doing that to you energetically. And or they're a divine counterpart who really wants to get down and dirty. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's people in your midst, there's people that you have dreams of. Do you know, I don't remember my dreams very often, but when I do, they're very prophetic, meaning they have meanings. And when I hash them out, it's almost like, yeah, that makes sense. But, you know, I don't remember my dreams very often. So sometimes that's a good thing. But then I will sit there and doze and I will see something, like some kind of memory. I get it different. I get like when I'm dozing. Let me know in the comments how you dream or what happens. But I want to see why these cards are here. See the 6 of coins. Give and take. But why is that here? Why are these cards here, Spirit? Does somebody want to give and take with the Empress, but they're going around it the wrong way? Yeah, 6 of Cups. This is somebody that you know. Somebody that wants to reconcile. Do you know, is it because you walked away that they're doing these things? This is what I'm getting. Yeah, somebody wants to come back in. This was meant to be a spiritual message, but what I'm getting here is that on the very simplest level, is there people in your energy field that shouldn't be there? On the simplest level, is there people in your energy field that shouldn't be there? And I'm croaky now, so I've got my tea, so I'm going to have a quick sip of my herbal tea. That's better. Yeah. So there was somebody that you gave give and take to, but they didn't necessarily do that in the past. Okay? They recognized who you was. The boss bitch, the boss man. Do you know, the Empress, who's the one who does nothing but create. Do you know what I get with these people as well? Especially when they cling to you. Sometimes they cling to you because they have they haven't got not one creative bone in their body. And they see you with all this energy, with all these ideas, and they want to rob you of it. And they're called energy vampires. Do you know, energy vampires are people that drain you of your energy, drain you of your resources, drain you of your ideas. By the time they finish with you, they make you feel weak. And some of them try to make you feel unworthy. And is it this childish person that is staying, is like Peter Pan, like it said, Peter Pan. But they're using this as a weapon against you. Some of these people know of the dark arts or know people of the dark arts, and they tried that shit on you. But all I got to say is return to sender. These things, people don't believe in these things, but it's real. You know, when you start getting these practitioners telling you about this love oil, do you know what? Some people believe in it, but I don't, because you can heal yourself. Do you know, if you can attract what you want yourself, if you put your mind to it, that's a lazy way around it. And then you've got somebody else to blame. Blame yourself for going to that person in the first place. I don't believe in it. There is people that will put hands on you. I believe in that. Put hands on you. Who can put hands on you? Do you know, like Reiki and that kind of thing? But you see, when they start talking about the oils and they want to get the demons out of you, all that kind of nonsense. No. Because we've got to stay in the present. I'm getting deep now. We've got to stay in the present. And if you're worrying, you attract what you worry and you attract what you want. Okay? So if you're worrying about evil entities attacking you, guess what? You're ever going to think like that way. You're ever going to think that way. Anyway, I could go deep. But what I'm seeing here is somebody who, this is a divine counterpart. The Six of Cups is here. Somebody who wanted to reconcile with you. But you walked away. Okay? And they want to come forward with this passionate beginning. They want to come towards you as somebody who's alive, who's energetic, who's passionate, who's a leader. But are they using fortune tellers, people of the dark arts, and trying to just get their own way? Is that what they're doing? Be wary of these people of the dark arts, honestly. Return to sender. Do your little rituals. I say rituals because people don't understand that what comes out of your mouth as an intention is a spell. Okay? Spelling is not called spelling for nothing. It's literally words are an intention. Do you know? This is why the law of attraction works for some people and some people it doesn't, because, you know, if you speak it out, your intention, I am, that word is powerful, I am. And I say that and I say that again. If you say, I am an entrepreneur, I am rich, I am in the biggest house ever, I am, guess what? You're going to attract that. Things are going to go in your way. And if you keep repeating that, it's a spell. So why can't somebody do that and sit there and say, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you? Do you know, I want nothing but harm, I want nothing but harm, I want nothing from harm for this person. Do you know what I mean? What is stopping that person from getting their wish? Do you know what I mean? And what I'm getting here is that somebody didn't like you walking away from them. They didn't like you turning your back on the situation, even though they were doing wrong. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I say? If somebody does you wrong, I grace them with me leaving. If somebody does me and they blatantly are doing that, I will grace them with my absence. That's what I do. I grace them with I don't argue. I don't make up noise. There's the occasion where I might tell you exactly what I think of you, but I will never recognize my voice. I will never make you. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes I don't even do that. I would just get up and leave. And you will know why I did it. I'm one of those people. I might tell you 2 bad words. Sometimes, if it's warranted, I would tell you 2 bad words and I would disappear. You never hear from me again. Or I will tell you exactly what I think and I will disappear. And sometimes I don't even do that, because I'd rather grace you with my absence than to stay around for foolishness. And even if it hurts me, it's not going to hurt forever. This is how human nature is. Time is a healer. Time is the master. And people don't seem to understand that either. Yeah, it may hurt at that moment, but sometimes we've also got to learn the art of detachment. Okay, and I'm reading a wonderful book that's teaching me just that. Going deep is called The Inner Work, and it's about how to be detached from specific situations. You know, judgment, guilt, shame, pride, ego, all those kind of things. I'm reading that to my patrons right now, and I don't know whether they've actually listened to any of it, because I'm telling you it's deep. Especially yesterday's one, it was about judgment and what was it? Judgment and guilt. You know, we shouldn't be walking around judging people. Never judge a book by its cover. We shouldn't be walking around judging people because you don't know who you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. You may think that person's simple. Someone said to me the other day, do you notice how the richest people in the world have uniforms? Some of them have, like you know, the guy that owns Facebook? He walks around in a T-shirt and jeans every single day, and it's the same colour and it's the same thing. And you think, if you didn't know who he was, you'd think he was Joe Bloggs on the street, because to him, he'd rather spend his time and energy at what he does rather than thinking about what clothes he's putting on his back. And it makes sense. Because these people he doesn't have to think about what am I going to put on this morning. He knows what he's going to put on. He doesn't waste energy or time on it. And sometimes we have to think that way. Why are we wasting time and energy on some of these people when they don't mean you no good? And you can see they don't mean you no good. And if they're doing things like this, do you really want to get it down with that? Do you really want to get down with that? This is meant to be a spiritual tea, but in a sense it is, because, there's spiritual warfare out there, but you've got to learn to return to sender. And quite honestly, if you really feel like you're being energetically attacked, I have a little ritual that you can do with Sage on Palo Santo that is on my Patreon freely, but I can send it to somebody who really feels that way, because, sometimes these things are real. Once you step into that real realm of things, you feel energies. You feel when there's an oppression around you. That's the time to start saging and returning to sender. Or weird things are happening. Things are disappearing. That kind of thing. That's the time to return to sender. Honestly, I've seen some strange things. I've heard some strange things. And I'm telling you, return to sender. But anyway, I'm going to stop it now. If this really did resonate with you, and I know it was a bit of a deep one today, if it resonated with you, please subscribe, hit the alert bell so you know when I'm going to do another video. And I have no idea what I'm going to call this, but the 3 cards that come out really spoke volumes. Are they childish? Are they of the dark arts? Are they visionaries, but using it in the wrong way? Because I'm seeing that somebody doesn't like you walking away. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck before I go. Yeah, somebody's in regret. Okay. Somebody's in regret. Because they had 2 paths. They had 2 paths and they chose the wrong one. Okay, and then we regret. And the 2 paths could possibly be they had 2 people to choose from. Or they had 2 jobs. They looked at the easy route and didn't look at the harder route. It could have been happiness for them. But instead, it makes them feel they've lost a lot because of the wrong path they went down. And now they're having to start again. They want to be this emperor, but sometimes this emperor is very controlling. I'm going to stop it. Because the emperor could be a man or a woman. But, they want to be this person. And this is probably why they do things and dabble in the dark arts and whatever, because they want control. They like control. And what I'm getting here is somebody who had 2 paths and now they're in regret. They had 2 paths and they took the wrong path. And could the wrong path be dabbling in the dark arts and it's come back to them? Return to sender. And it's come back to them. I'm going to stop it now. You guys take care till next time. But just know and understand, I don't like to scare people. But, if you are an empath, if you are into tarot reading, if you know of spiritual people, be careful. Be careful. Because some of these people do dabble in the dark arts. The kitchen magic that they shouldn't be playing with. But you know what? Your guides and angels protect you. 444, 1444. They're guiding and protecting you and showing you the way. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm giving people? I'm very serious today. So please subscribe, hit the alert bell. And if this did really resonate with you, there are links down below in the description where you can actually support the channel. So until next time, people, take care.